Hey, what's up, everybody? We got main event. This is another level 6 by Caveman Dave. This was the second track that I passed in that one stream, like right after I did Mount Rising. And yeah, this was quite a shocking run because I restarted like once, I think, during the stream. And I restarted it really early on. I think I restarted at like CP3. But this was a pretty crazy track, and I don't really like back wheel only too much, but there's not a whole lot of level 6s out there, and I thought I would give it a shot and just kind of see how it went because there's one checkpoint on here, CP4, that is atrocious. Like the last part of CP4 has this one section where it's like um, the scaling is like really big on these wooden platforms, and the hitbox sticks out like insanely far, and like your front wheel can be like pretty far away from it, and still, you can still crash. But anyways, I'm really happy that I was able to beat this track, and I was just like really surprised that I got it as quickly as I did because I had been practicing this track for probably only a week. Um, like since I started trying out the level sixes a lot more recently. The second half of this track was, I thought, way harder than the first three checkpoints. I felt like I could get the first three down pretty easily, but I definitely had to grind out this a lot more for the second half. So I did pass Tech Savvy. That was an easier version of this. That was the level 5 that had like a ton of checkpoints. I want to say around like 14 or 15 checkpoints on that version. But it was both wheels, and I really liked that version. I actually got a pretty good PB on that about a month ago. For the second half of this video, I wanted to talk about some questions that have been generated like in my Twitch chat, and hopefully answer some bigger questions that have been a part of my stream. So one of the first questions that I want to talk about is, am I enjoying Rising more than Fusion? And right now, I want to say absolutely, because I am progressing at a much quicker rate than I have for a long time. Because I was stuck on level 5s for, gosh, a year and a half. I felt like I was exclusively playing level 5s. And now all of a sudden, I've been practicing level 6s, and I'm like actually getting the consistency and getting somewhere with it. So yes, I am having a ton of fun on Rising. It could be even better, if there's more builders building really hard stuff, but there's still a lot of Dave's tracks that I want to play, and Toby just came out with that potential, I think, level 7 track that I want to try to do the individuals for, and maybe go for Slick's Baron level 7. The next question I received is talking about Trials Fusion again, and if I will ever come back to Fusion. And the answer is yes, definitely. There is so much that I still want to do on Fusion, but I just haven't really had that urge recently because of the achievements that I've been able to do on Rising so far, like these past couple months. I'm actually having a special stream on Halloween on the 31st of October. I'll be streaming a lot more Trials games, such as, Evo and Fusion, and maybe even throw in like the Flash games for Trials. I think that would be a ton of fun. I'm doing this special stream because I reached 3,000 followers on Twitch, and I want to say thank you to everybody who has been supporting me for these past like 2.5 years since I started streaming. It has been a wild ride, a emotional roller coaster when it comes to Trials and the community in general. And yeah, just big thank you. One last thing I wanted to talk about. There's been a question about the Trials Talk podcast and what happened to it. And basically, what happened to it was there wasn't a lot of stuff to talk about. I think when we concluded the last episode, now there is a lot more stuff to talk about. You know, since we have the new DLC, we got a lot more tracks on Track Central. We've seen a lot more progress with patch notes and updates, even though some of those haven't been as impactful. And we've been a part of some of the craziest speedrunning tournaments that I've ever witnessed in the trials scene. In general, these commentaries that I'm making now, this is making up for the lack of content basically that we would have had with the Trials Talk podcast. And I hope you guys enjoy them because I want to keep making them. There's still so many other topics to discuss. But for now, I am going to conclude the video and hope I see you guys in the stream or wherever else.